Welcome to our informational video series, Part 2, How to Write an Abstract for the Anthrozoology as International Practice Conference and other conferences. The first step in creating a great conference abstract is to make sure you and your work fit the conference. So let's look at who is welcome to submit a proposal for the Anthrozoology as International Practice Conference. Are you a bachelor's, master's, or PhD student? Are you a recent graduate? Or are you in between programs trying to decide your next step? Does your research examine the relationships or interactions between humans and other species? If you answered yes to these questions, then congratulations. We'd love to have you submit for a presentation. The next step to writing your great abstract is to make sure your project fits the ethos of the conference organizers. The AIP conference founders align with the concept of symbiotic ethics. This means that we believe any research should offer some benefit to individual participants, regardless of their species. We believe that research should not cause emotional, mental, or physical harm to participants, and that research should offer autonomy to individual participants representing all species, and should attempt to fairly represent their individual viewpoints. If you'd like more information on symbiotic ethics, reach out to any of the AIP conference team via the email on our website. Now let's talk about abstracts. What exactly is an abstract? Well, it's a brief written overview of your paper or project. It shouldn't be a proposal or a research plan for upcoming research. An abstract can represent a study in progress, however. This step-by-step video should help clarify the abstract writing process. I really like the way the George Mason University Writing Center breaks down an abstract, as shown here. There are 4 distinct parts that are required: the purpose, the methods, the results, and the implications. And these parts typically come at a specific point in the abstract paragraph. We're going to walk through each of these 4 sections in the upcoming slides. But first, let's consider the background information for your research, the general and specific topic you are investigating. Ask yourself, what is the central question you're trying to answer? Why is it important to address that question? What gap in knowledge or gap in communication is your research filling? And lastly, why should this problem be addressed? Here's an example of a good purpose statement. This study investigates the effectiveness of a 30-minute workshop designed to improve caregiver knowledge of basic canine first aid, improve comfort levels for canine caregivers of first aid, and perceptions of preparedness for emergencies. Let's look at the example from the George Mason University Writing Center. This study investigates the effectiveness of a 1-hour linguistic diversity workshop designed to improve language ideologies, attitudes toward international teaching assistants, and perceptions of teaching assistants' language proficiency, accentedness, comprehensibility, and teaching quality. Next, we want to discuss your methods, or the how you did your research. You need to explain your data collection, any theoretical frameworks you used, and the method you used to analyze your information. Think about, is your study qualitative or quantitative, and what sort of lenses did you use? Let's look at the George Mason example. It's easy to identify when the data was recorded, before and after the speech, and how, which was by using a rating system and asking participants to judge. But this example gives away the ending just a bit, so let's look at another one. Participants completed a pre- and post-training survey on their comfort level, preparedness for, and knowledge of canine first aid. This study surrounding a canine first aid training class talks about when the study was done and what the study consisted of, a survey. Next, it's time to talk about your results and the implications of those results. So ask yourselves these questions. What were the main findings? What were your specific results? What argument does the research make? And why is this argument significant or important? And then lastly, make sure to share any amazing or surprising thing that you found. It's okay to give away the spoiler in your abstract. Let's look at the George Mason example. Results. 3 other outcome variables, attitude, language proficiency, and teaching quality, were not significantly effective. But the positive effects of the perceived accentedness and comprehensibility of international English varieties appeared to generalize beyond these varieties featured in the workshop. Some recommendations for interventions designed to improve cross-linguistic communication in the post-secondary classroom are given. Here's another example using our Canine First Aid survey. Participants showed significant increases in scores across all 3 areas: preparedness, comfort, and knowledge. These increases indicate that even short training courses can positively impact canine first aid providers. Next, I want to share some successful abstracts from other conferences with similar ethos and subject matter. Some are a bit longer due to the abstract requirements for the specific conference. Take a look at this slide and the following 3 slides to get a feeling for the types of quantitative and qualitative research that fits well with the AIP conference. Following these examples is a list of resources to help you create a fantastic abstract. If you'd like further assistance, the AIP team is happy to help. We're here for you and enjoy supporting and assisting students. Reach out via the email on our conference website. I just wanted to thank you before you look through these next slides for viewing this video and ask that you make sure to check out the other informational videos provided on our website. Feel free to stop the following slides so that you can really read them and understand what we're looking for in our abstracts.